Is social media really being used as a search engine, and how can you rank for your business on social media platforms? Today, what we're going to talk about is what is social search, how you rank in 2024, the mistakes that everybody's making in this area, and how you can do it right. At the very end, I'll show you a keyword tool that we love to use when we're looking at social search, particularly for YouTube ranking. Because ultimately, when people are going online and searching for answers, when they're asking questions, we want your videos, your content, your website to be the first thing that comes up. So let's get started. But first, what is social search? As you know, people aren't just going to Google anymore. When they have questions, they might be searching in Amazon, they might be searching in Facebook, or they might even be searching in an AI tool now. With all of these changes in where people search, you have to optimize for each individual platform. And so rather than just focusing on posting to your website, you kind of have to get content out there across multiple platforms nowadays in order to rank for those social searches. And this shouldn't be surprising to us. Even in 2022, Google executives were a little bit concerned about this, saying that half of Gen Z would rather use TikTok or Instagram for their search instead of Google. So what does this actually mean for your business? Well, it means that if you want to rank on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, then you need to understand their algorithms. It also means that there's an opportunity on each of these platforms for your business to rise to the top. You don't just have to think about Google now. There's opportunities on every platform. If you just think about it, YouTube, it's the second largest search engine and it's owned by Google. Oftentimes when you Google something, a YouTube video will be in the first page of results. TikTok has an amazing search engine. If you're ever looking for a specific video that you want to send your friend, it's like, oh, I saw this funny video, trying to find it. If you go to TikTok, chances are you'll be able to find the very exact video that you're looking for. They've invested a lot into their search. Instagram and Facebook are implementing new AI tools into their search, and so it is improving. Not to mention X, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and all the other social media platforms. When people are looking for experts or brands to follow in a specific niche, they can just go to the search bar on whatever platform they're on. The problem is a lot of people are looking at search completely incorrectly. They think that just by creating posts multiple times a week and adding hashtags and adding good keywords, you're gonna be able to optimize your way to success. With social media, that's absolutely not the case. You can't just post media that isn't social. And I almost want to remove hashtags from people's vocabulary when they're talking about SEO, especially on social media. It does not matter. It is not the main thing you should be looking at when thinking about how do I rank for something. So if you're doing SEO for your company, or if you're in charge of training somebody, I want you to tell them this: do not focus on optimization until you've focused on content creation. Because ultimately, the number of hashtags you use, the type of hashtags you use, the keywords that you include in the caption below a video or below a post are not going to matter nearly as much as the value, as the content, and as the creativity involved in that content. Even the head of Instagram CEO this year has been talking about how hashtags aren't really mattering so much as far as reach goes. So what should we do? Well, as someone who posts hundreds of times a month for multiple clients across social media channels, here's the strategy that I would implement. Number one is to find topics or hashtags that you want to rank for. This is your expertise, and you want to choose them ahead of time because this is what you're going to make your content about. This is not so much about the keywords or the hashtags, and it's more so about the topic and what you're actually talking about, what your content is going to be about. Step two is going to be making great content, and we could make a whole video about this in and of itself. Right now, short form content is going to work across every platform virtually, but because of TikTok and its success, now every other social media platform has pretty much copied that, which means as a marketer, it's great. You can make one video and post it on every channel. And I mean that: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, YouTube Shorts. And I'm definitely forgetting some, but they all allow for short. And so if you get good at making short form content, now all of a sudden you can start to optimize and rank for every social media platform. This is the most important step, is making good content. And there's a lot that goes into it. You want to know what types of content are working in your niche, in your space. You want to know how can you balance being on brand as well as maybe being creative, trying out new things that might be trending on social media. I would definitely recommend having some sort of a spokesperson or a familiar face that you can use to make talking head content, whether that's selfie videos showing off your product or your business, or sharing expertise and answering questions. Having a spokesperson really allows your brand to almost feel like a personal brand, which tends to perform better. So once you've got your topics and you start making content around these topics, good content, engaging, interesting content, you want to post it on every platform. Now, every platform is going to be a little bit different in how we optimize, but optimization, again, is not the most important step. These days, if you posted the same caption with the same hashtags on every platform, you'd probably be okay. But if you do just a little bit of research on the number of hashtags, for example, to use on each platform, that could help you optimize specifically for each one. And here's why this works. Because nowadays, social media platforms don't just take the hashtags or take the captions to figure out what the video is about. They actually watch the video, transcribe it, look at the transcription. Some platforms, even if there's no words on the video, are looking at the video itself using an AI tool to see what's in the video. And so I think the point is they're not just pulling from the caption or the keywords to figure out who this video should be served to. They're looking at the whole video, the whole package. So what that means is if you make good content tends to perform and reach its audience. If that audience engages, it will reach more people and more people. So pretty soon, it's one of the best resources. Now, if you go over to search and search for custom metal signs, what do you expect to see there? It's not a really bad video that has a ton of hashtags about metal signs. It's actually going to be the best performing video that relates to metal signs. And because social media platforms are so good at finding out what videos are about now, they don't just have to pull from hashtags and captions. If you make a good video that performs well and maybe has a couple captions in there that are niche related, chances are your content will be near the top of that search. So once again, here's the strategy. Pick a few topics that you're going to stick to. These are going to be your core topics, and all of your content might not rank in search, but if you make good content frequently, when content does perform well, get more engagement, pop off, go viral, whatever you want to call it, because you're always talking about those topics that you want to rank for, those videos will appear in search under the right keywords, under the right hashtags, because you're consistently talking about your niche. You're consistently making good content, and the platforms are searching for that content to serve up to people. Now, there's a real challenge here, and that's going to be, how do we know if this is working? Well, there's a few keyword tools that we can use, as well as analytics. I'll be honest, it's not an exact science with social media. A lot of these social media platforms won't even tell you the words that you're ranking for, and it's kind of clunky. For example, if most of my videos on TikTok get 1,000 views, and then one of them gets 10,000 views, I might flag that video and remind myself to go and try to search in keywords from maybe a different account, a different phone, to see if that video is popping up, because it got more engagement and chances are it might be ranking. So you kind of have to look manually to see if you're ranking for some of these keywords. The exception is going to be YouTube and Google. Their analytics is amazing, and they'll tell you exactly what keywords you're ranking for. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay, let's talk about keyword tools. And first thing I would recommend that you do is some planning. TubeBuddy or vidIQ are both great resources for looking at YouTube's data to see which keywords are going to be easier to rank for in your niche. So if I pull up vidIQ, I go to the keyword tool and I type in psychiatrist. This is some of the results I might get. It's going to show you relevant keywords. It's going to show you how much competition there is for these keywords. It's also going to show you how much content there is for these keywords. And then it's going to give it a score based on how much people are searching for this versus how much competition there is already creating content about this. The opportunity score is really what we care about the most in this situation, because as you can see with vidIQ, the scores in green are going to be a better opportunity for you to make content for. People are searching for this, but not enough people are making content about it. So we'll add some of these words to our list. So next I would go and make a bunch of YouTube videos, both shorts and long form, about these keywords. I'd put it in the title, might put it in the thumbnail, put it in the description. If I'm making shorts, I would put it in the caption. And after doing this, I can go to my YouTube analytics. If I go to advanced mode and then look at sources, you can see which sources you're getting most of your views from. For example, it might be the YouTube homepage, or it might be the recommended up next feature. What we care about most here is YouTube search, because these are the ones when people are typing in a query, your video gets recommended. If we click now on search, you can see the specific keywords that people are searching for that your videos are coming up on. These are your top ranked keywords. Again, I understand that there's a problem with a lot of social media platforms not being able to give you this data, but YouTube can be a great resource. Again, they're the #2 search engine. They can actually show you, not just for YouTube, but across the broader internet, maybe what people are searching for and what video content of yours is being served up to help them. So in short, making short form videos about topics you want to rank for and posting them everywhere is going to be the best way to rank for social search. You can use keyword tools with YouTube and even analytics from YouTube to give you an idea of the keyword landscape. And then for each individual platform, I would pay attention to videos that get more views. I would go to the search manually and see where you're ranking for specific keywords. I really hope this is helpful. And if you want to learn more about the best practices for social search, SEO, and digital marketing in general, follow and subscribe to SearchTides for more content just like this.